Hello, I'm EnterElysium, and welcome back to Aurora 4X. Hello, VLC's making its way in. Aurora 4X, our lovely Dwarf Fortress in Space game. So, last episode we did a lot more expanding. By that I mean we had a look around the solar system a bit more. We still have not had a look at the gas giants, which really irks me. We need to have a look at those gas giants. But we also did get ourselves magnetoplasma thrusters, which are really nice. This episode, we're probably going to end up jumping through some of the jump points and having a look at what is nearby. However, firstly, we do want to have a look at those gas giants. I've told people to go to the gas giants. We have just completed our research for reduced size launcher. So we will probably get ourselves another... It's going to be another missile one. Likely as not. And we will probably grab... Implosion fission warhead. Yeah, strength 3. Okay. But with that, we're just going to do a lot more surveying. So, I'm going to actually cut away, and we're going to see what we find in the solar system. Okay, that didn't take us very far ahead in time at all. We're the 14th of November, 2036, and the supply of Galisite on Earth has been exhausted. The supply of Galisite. We have no more Galisite on Earth at all. It is happening. It is happening. Galisite is gone. There is no more. Sorium is almost gone. Corundium is pretty soon. Cobmite is about to disappear. Like, you can look at the years till depletion here. 2.1, 3.6, 2.8, 2.4, 3.9. It's not good. And the stockpiles are good for now, but they will disappear quite quickly, especially if you're not looking at them. So, while we did run out, we have stockpile, you might just be like, oh, you've got a stockpile, it's fine, you can ignore it. And you turn away, and then the minute you look back, there will be nothing. You will have no Galisite. You cannot build anything that needs Galisite at that point. And everything will be very bad. So, what we're going to do is we're actually going to have a quick look at a new law that just passed in our metagame. The House of Patrons and House of Twitch have just confirmed this new law, which is the Elysian System Resource Exploitation Act. We implore the Emperor to assist mining colonies on at least 3 planets or asteroids. So we need to have off-world mining colonies and ship their contents back to Earth to facilitate growth in our local industry. We implore the Emperor to assist the civilian mining sector by encouraging their establishment and ensure their financial success by offering the purchase of minerals, and you need to do that as many as possible, I think. So what we need to do is we need to, I think since they passed a law, and I think it's very fair, we need to set up some off-world mining colonies to get ourselves some Galisite, maybe some Sorium, we might be able to just get that from gas giants, some Corundium, some Cobmite, some Bicassium. There's a lot of things we need. There are a lot of things we need. So I'm actually just going to put this into the metagame. Sponsor. There we go. Right. That was a pretty quick one. Everyone voted relatively unanimously for that one. So, to comply with that, we need to buy resources, which we have started doing from the place on Venus, but we also need to have off-world mining colonies. Currently, we do have an off-world mining colony on Mercury. Mars actually isn't shipping us anything right now, mainly because it's not really that good. Mars has got a bit of geranium, but nothing else, and the accessibility is just too low for anything else that we care about. So we're going to aim for Galisite to begin with. Where can we find Galisite? Now, if you want to specifically look for a very particular resource, what you need to do is you need to come up here and hit this, which is Geological Survey Report. What we do is we go Galisite, humans, Sol, second mineral, I don't care, third mineral, I don't care, minimum, we can change this if we want. We're going to sort by accessibility, and what we will find is that while this is 1 accessibility, 0.9, everything is below 5,000. Swift Tuttle, which is a comet, 30,000 at 0.8 accessibility. And if 30,000 is... It's great for the short term, but after the short term, we need to relocate everything. Ganymede, 0.2, Venus, 0.1. Okay, at this point, we're basically going to just veto this. There is nothing on these. The accessibility is just too bad. It's not worth it. The amount of industry we need to get anything back from them would be 10 times as high. Swift title is a possibility, but I'm going to hold off. I'm actually going to hope that we find something around Jupiter. We're going to close this down. I'm going to go ahead in time. What we might do, as another possibility, is to set up automated mining ships, which are a personal favorite of mine. Each mining module on a mining ship basically counts as an automated mine. And they can work on asteroids, comets. They can't work on moons or planets. The idea is that they sit in orbit, they send things down, they fly around, they eat through the asteroid, but against a planet or something, the gravity's just too high. They can't really get in close enough. Construction infrastructure complete on Earth. We've researched implosion fission warhead, ceramic composite armor. Okay, so industry. We have 10% left. What I'm probably going to say is we're going to grab 10% on automated mines. And then we might even put a 1 in front of that. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. You know what? Actually, no, we won't. We're going to do something special. So, last episode, we designed the Tokyo. Tokyo-class construction ship. And if you recall, we gave it new engines. We didn't design it from scratch, but what we did is we took the design we'd made before and we gave it the new engine, which is our 2,500-ton, relatively fuel-efficient magnetoplasma design. And if we have a look at the component summary, the engines take up 30% of the ship. And in most vessels, this is true. 30% of the vessel is normally engine. Sometimes it's more, sometimes less. And in general, with very large commercial, you want to go for very large engines because they provide a lot of efficiency. So we will normally be building the max. So this engine here is actually going to be a very frequent thing. We will actually use a lot of this engine. We will build it, and we will create it, and we will install it many times over. We will probably be using these on the Tokyo, and probably on our asteroid eating ship, and even on our fuel refinery ship when we build those. And I will need those fast. So what I could do is actually, instead of building the ships in the shipyard, we can actually farm out some of the production. Now, normally when you build a ship in the shipyard builds the engine, it builds the fuel scoop, it builds the bridge, it builds the crew quarters. But instead, we can actually farm out some of this tasks to the main industry. So if we go to ship components, you'll see we have a list of ship components, including our engine. We have 10% unused industry. What if we build, say, 20 of these engines using 10% of our industry? Oh. There we go. That will take you... That'll take you until September. And engines are the biggest part of the ship. Normally, they take a long time to build, and it adds up to the, the build time of the ship. This is actually going to help cut the time it takes to build a ship quite severely. And we could up this from 20. I mean, I could even go 30, which I might do, because it's actually going to take a very short period of time. Hell, they'll be done by the end of the year, and we'll have 30 engines sitting around. And each one being 2,500 tons means that we will have 75,000 tons of engine sitting on our planet, ready to be installed. However, it's going to cost Galisite, which, reminder, we no longer have. So this will help cut the production time of those ships. Not a lot, because they are still one object, but it will help. It's not necessary to do this at this stage. It'll help a little bit. If I was playing optimally, I'd have probably just said, oh, an extra 10% for automated mines, but I want to explain about this because this will actually come up in useful in the future. So I'm going to close that. Ceramic and fission. Excellent. We'll go back and do those. So we did ceramic, which is defensive system, and with a 30% defensive system person, we'll do more. By the way, in between episodes, I think it was, Nathan Chandler, expand civilian economy, our construction production guy who was 45%, is now 55%. That's great. That's so good. That's insanely good. So we're going to grab... You know what? We might even grab laminate composite armor. Just sprint straight up there. Go straight up the tree. Yeah. Yeah, we will. We'll only use 5 labs, so it'll be a long-term project. It's going to take 5 years. But it seems sensible to me. We have missiles kinetics. I think we'll grab magazine ejection chance. So this is a permanent chance, a percent chance that the magazine with its technology will successfully eject ordnance in the magazine if the magazine is destroyed. Failure will result in a magazine explosion. If your magazine explodes, every missile in them detonates inside your ship. It tends to result 9 times out of 10 in your ship just being dead. Not always, but 9 times out of 10. So this will basically give us a 70% chance that the magazine will instead be ejected and our ship won't blow up. It's necessary. So we're going to create that. At least the very first stage is only a 500 RP. And we are good to do a time skip, which very quickly is going to result in a couple of finished technologies, including construction production. There we go. We completed expand civilian economy. 15 labs left. Expanded our civilian economy. Construction production. Do you have anything else we could do? Shipbuilding rate. Mining. Construction rate. I'm tempted to go for more construction rate. Yeah, I'm going to do it. With 55% bonus, we're going to go straight onto construction rate. I know it's 20,000 RP. But it's only 20,000 RP when we've got someone who provides 220% extra research? You're going to be done in a year and a few months. This is quick. This bonus is really helping out. We'll close it up. Obviously, if you're trying to follow along and trying to do your first playthrough and you're trying to follow what I'm doing, don't necessarily pick something that's like more than 10,000 RP if you don't have a scientist who's 55% at this point in the game. It's such a strong pick for me because I have someone who can do it. What else are we doing? Yeah, just taking forwards. I think our magazine ejection will be done soon. I thought magazine ejection was really easy. Oh, it must have been completed instantly. Oh, no, we just did it. Oh, okay, it just took longer than I thought. 70% chance ejection. Excellent, you're done with that. We will go back to missiles again. And we will grab a levitated pit implosion 4 strength. It's tempting. But I think basic missile agility and maybe missile reload rate. Probably going to be our strong picks right now. Yeah. So missile agility improves the maneuvering rate, which in turn will increase its chance to hit. Does it also improve the chance to avoid interception and get shot down? Or is that just the speed? I cannot recall. Twitch chat will know. Twitch chat will know. But the missile maneuver rating I don't think it does, actually. I think it's only based on speed. So maneuver rating basically increases your chance to hit. So if the enemy's moving at 5,000 kilometers per second, you will have, 50% chance to hit. And if you have a high maneuver rating, that will go up to 60% chance to hit. It doesn't actually change your chance to be intercepted. Yeah, Twitch is confirming that for me. Thank you, Twitch. So your maneuver rating won't actually matter to be hit by incoming fire trying to shoot down your missile. It basically determines whether you'll hit the enemy or not. So it's good. We'll grab that. It's going to take you a year. Yeah. Okay. Well, as we continue here, I'm probably going to stop covering every research that I do in between, little cuts in and out. But any major research I'll still cover. I just want to make sure that you know that, from now on, little researches, quick ones, basic technology, not going to be talking about as much as we go forth. But I'm also hoping that we will actually have our surveying done on these gas giants, because you see Uranus, Neptune, all of these now have someone there. Oh, and we got the Tokyo. Excellent. And we got 2,000 extra tons at the Everest. So, with that, Everest is now 9,000 tons. This pleases me. Are we going to want to put a magneto thruster on the Hawkings? You know what? I kind of think I actually do want to. It's just they are very slow otherwise. And we can increase the mass by a lot as well. Whether we still call it the Hawking, because it will have an entire drive change, which is, 3,000 tons and an additional 2,000 tons to play with, I don't know. I don't know if we want to keep the same name, but we will go in here. We're going to select the Hawking. You notice that we made so very many changes with the Hawking to just try and make it viable. It would need a new jump drive. Oh, that's 62.9% of the ship needs changing. Because, of course, the jump drive is limited to 7,000 ton. Yeah, it would have to be a new survey ship. It would have to be. There's no way we could change most of this. Damn, that sucks. Right. Well, with that, we'll make ourselves a new survey ship, I think. So, we're going to base it off of the Hawking. We will go to copy design. We're going to rename. And we will call this the Einstein class. Obviously, because we did a copy from an existing one, we're going to need to do the new armor button to ceramic composite. Is there anything else here that's out of date? Sensor technology is still in date. We actually haven't advanced at all. Yeah, we need to change that. Sorry, we need to advance our research in that. They're the same at the moment. We don't need to change them. Gravitational sensors, survey sensors, those are fine. I might put a second one on of both, just to speed up their surveying. The jump engine needs to go. The engines need to go. Right. We're making a 9,000 ton vessel now, so with 9,000 tons, we can have a little bit more room to play with the jump drive. So jump engine, efficiency 6 now. That's fine, that's fine. You are military jump drive because it's a military ship. And I want you to be able to jump 9,000 tons. There we go. Right. What was I using for the nomenclature? We were using military jump drive, so that's an MJD with an efficiency 6, which is, that's an increase that's worth talking about. That's 1.5 kilotons. So we're only talking an extra 100 tons on the jump drive to transport another 2,000 tons because the efficiency also increased. So that's totally worthwhile. We will instant this. Put that in there, and then we should be able to get in. I'm actually going to take these iron drives and obsolete them. Just too big. Well, we might need another drive. How many tons do we have to play with? We have 2,500 tons. Sorry, 3,500 tons. Is my math? No, 4,500 tons. Yes, literally half the ship can be engine, or support for engine. So with 4,500 tons, if we make each engine 2,000 tons, we should be okay. So we're going to go to engine, magnetoplasma, fuel consumption, dial that down. It's tempting to be like, oh, maybe we should get an extra third power going from 30% to 40%. But that would also double our fuel consumption. It probably is worth it for this ship, because exploration ships need to get around. The speed at which they survey is also not just their survey sensors, it's also how quickly they get to the location. So we'll do that. Fuel consumption. And then size. We wanted these to each be 1,000 tons. No, 2,000 tons. There we go. And that's a quite big change in power. It's quite a big change in power. It's going to use a lot more fuel, which is fine. We could just add more fuel storage if we need to. We might want to be cautious about the size, but we'll try it. So it's a 2,000-ton engine with 256 EP. We'll call it commercial MPD with a 2,000 kiloton and an F of 10.9. And we'll install that. It's actually more powerful than the one we were looking at before, but it does use more fuel. Double the amount of fuel. Yeah, 300 tons to play with. We will check its range. Its range isn't quite good enough, so what we will do is we'll take the fuel storage and we'll add a few more of these. Yeah, that's better. Right, 1,000 days, almost 3 years. Deployment time, not anywhere near enough. We'll cut that. That makes it 5 years. We'll add more fuel to make up for that. Yeah, so it can almost be traveling for 4 years continuously. It has deployment time for 5 years. Let's check the average failure rate. Yeah, that's only 4 years. So what we'll do is we'll lose one of our fuel storages, and we'll get an engineering space. Another engineering space, and get another fuel storage. Ah, we're 50 tons over. Damn. Okay, let's change our deployment time down a little bit. Maybe go 56. Okay. I like the fact we're actually, with 56, we're exactly 9,000 tons. Check exact class size. This always rounds to the nearest 50 tons. If we go to 57, you'll see that we are now 9,005 tons and rounds up to 9,050. So we are pretty good like this. Our speed is almost double the previous class. It has longer ability to stay out, and it also has double the sensors. I feel this is definitely worth the upgrade. It is, you know, an extra 2,000 tons. But I think that's worthwhile, especially for that speed increase. This is going to survey a lot faster. In-game, the current date is October 2037, so we're 2 and a bit years away from another election cycle. I'm going to lock this in. I think that the Einstein is a solid ship. This will be named after probably classical physicists. So, you know, Einstein, Newton, that sort of people. Yeah. Einstein is kind of the latest of the classical physicists. Right. We are all good here. I spelled Einstein correctly, haven't I? I'm just aware that I don't want to screw something up. I wouldn't say Tesla's a classical physicist. I'd say Tesla would be electrical. If we started talking about, you know, actual electrical engineering stuff or whatever. Twitch is saying I'm a classical physicist. I wish. We'll close this up. We will lock design. The Einstein's good. The issue is, I was hoping we could use the same engine that we've just started mass building. We aren't. So we need to go to our 9,000 and we need to retool for the Einstein. And that's going to take until February to be ready with the retooling. And will also cost us 447 uranium, 447 neutronium. Oh well. You know, you got to do these things. So, with that, we've got a Tokyo to look at. So Tokyo, we're going to detach from the task group. And we're going to tell you to go to each jump point in turn and build jump gates. Only on our side. But it's a start. We'll also probably want to give you orders just in case. If your fuel runs to less than 50%, fuel at colonial tanker, and if your supply points are less than Actually, your supply points don't ever drop because you're not a military ship. That's fine. Okay. Now, I think there is a way to just tell it to, using the special orders, build jump gate at jump point. But the thing is, the ship will then just go and it'll go find all the jump points everywhere and build jump gates, which is dangerous. Because Xenos, aliens, bad things will come through them. They will use yours and they will not care. That's after maintenance failure. Okay. Ironically, the jump drives on the Hawking class are never actually going to get much use. Okay, we already completed the construction of those large engines we were working on. We've done research into fuel consumption. Great. Just as we did our new vessel. Construction mine completed on Earth. Okay, so mines, and so we've got a lot of spare industry right now. So what we will do is we'll continue to construct more mines, because after we're done with them on Earth, we can just send them to Mars or whatever. So we'll build like another 100. But we'll only use 25% of our resources to do that. Our other 25% of industry is going to go on automated mines, and we're going to want to produce quite a lot. 200. I'm tempted just to make a mod version of the Einstein already. By the time the Einstein actually gets retooled, we'll have switched it out. Oh, but the engine will change, and the engine's half the ship, so we can't. Damn it! Yeah, the engine's too big for us to make a mod version, because it has to be a substantially small change. Oh well. Well, the Einstein's going to be useful. We'll click on a little bit further, and then we'll have a look at what we found around the gas giants. It's 20% of the ship's build point value. That's the refit rule. Okay. How do I know the build point value? It might be listed in here. Percentage of total cost, crew, hits to kill. Does it say build point value? Which one of these counts as build point? Is it cost? I think cost is build point, right? Apparently, the geological and gravitational sensors cost the most. Huh. Apparently, the thing that takes the longest to build on the ships is actually our geological and gravitational survey sensors. Interesting. But I think if this is actually the build point value, the cost in build points... go to the full summary, chat's saying. Build point value. Build point value. There we go. 317.6 BP. We can probably make this work. Okay, so if we make a copy design... Ah, that's the Curie! Okay, delete. I would like to delete this class. We're looking at the Curie all along. Okay, the engines are actually less than 10% on the Einstein. $1,096.4 BP. Okay, that's fine. So... if we go to copy design, rename, this is the mod one. We go to design view, chuck out those engines, design tech, engine, magnetoplasma drive, times 4, fuel consumption at 0.6. Yeah, we're saving extra fuel. Everything else is the same as before. So you are 2 kiloton with a F of 9.32. Instant that. And I'm actually going to obsolete that one because it's just worse. So, obsolete. And if we look at the full summary, the BP is exactly the same. The BP is exactly the same, and I think we should be able to refit into it now. I think that's how it works. So with that, we should be able to refit into you. Okay. We have finished some research. Retooling for the Einstein class complete. Let's check. So, Einstein. We can build the Einstein Mod 1 here without retooling. Yeah! So, we're going to build the Einstein. The Newton. And what should the next one be? Classical physicists. List of classical physicists. I mean, those are just lists of famous physicists. I want classical physicists specifically, which is a joke about Einstein because he had the fear of specific. Sure. Okay. Classical electrodynamics. Maxwell. Yeah, that's a Maxwell. Maxwell's a badass. Maxwell. And I don't think mod should be in the name. I can't change the ones I've already told to be built. But, oh well. And we can't build another one because we don't have the... Sure. Can I rename you as we're in progress? Rename ship. Einstein 001. And rename ship Newton 002. There we go. And they'll be done May next year. Probably should make some gravitational survey sensors just to keep around for use on these ships, because that actually takes quite a while. Okay. Got inactive research labs. What did we research? Oh, defensive systems at 35%. That's nice. Probably power propulsion, wasn't it? Ah, yes, it was the efficiency. That's what we did. We just applied it. Derp, derp, derp. Right. If that is the case, what we will likely want is maximum engine power mod, which means that you can boost the engine power up. So far, we've focused on reducing the engine power for efficiency. What you can do here is you can increase the power, but the fuel efficiency nosedives. It's kind of necessary for a lot of military ships, but specifically missiles. Missiles want to go as fast as possible. It means that they have a much higher chance of hitting the enemy because they're much less likely to be intercepted. So we're definitely going to want to grab that. No, actually, let me just select the person and then use the 10 research labs. Yes. Other than that, got to keep going. Maintenance failure, overcrowding. Things going okay. Otherwise, oh, it looks like all of them have headed over here. Slipway added to Matterhorn. Research to missile agility and maximum engine power mod. I think we might just push ahead on that power mod because that's really necessary for missiles. 1.5. You know, yeah, we'll add like 10 people to do that. Or, 15. Whatever, I don't care. But we will also have a quick look at the Matterhorn, which is now up to 3 slipways at 10,000 tons. I think we want to keep pushing this, because if we're going to have a proper naval fleet, we're going to need extra slipways for all of these. In fact, we'll add an extra slipway here as well, which is going to be for our FACs, our 1,000-ton vessels. You're adding an extra slipway. You should add an extra slipway. We've got a lot of geranium. I don't mind doing this too much. Normally, I'd be very conservative about this at this stage. But I think we're probably okay. The Paris class, yeah, we'll add an extra slipway there as well. And you're smaller, you're probably okay staying here for now. You know, I'll actually give you an extra 2,000 tons exactly. And the only reason I'm doing that instead of continual is that I know I'm not going to need much more than that, and I know I'm not going to put much in my commercial shipyards for now. I want to have a look at our gas giants, because they seem to have left them behind now. Also, why did you go to the back? And I think I accidentally closed it. I did. Why did you do that again? Okay. Please tell me that Saturn has nothing. Great, that's just perfect. Okay, Jupiter. 0.6 accessibility, but 500 million of the stuff. 0.6 is bearable. Okay, we have Sorin. We can refuel from a gas giant. It looks like going over to these has massively cut our research time, because they surveyed them very quick because they're all in the same place. So, easiest way to have a look at this is Geosurveys report. Firstly, let's have a look at Saurium. Wolf Harris. That's nice. 50,000 of it. It's not great though, but it'll do. Jupiter, we can just park people in orbit, and we're good. Alternatively, let's have a look at Galisite. We know we're having issues with that. That hasn't really improved. That's not actually got better at all. Galisite is still trash. Okay, we need more Galisite. What about Corundium? We know we have issues there. Okay, Proteus accessibility 1, Temple 1 is... It's... Macassium's a little bit better. And the other one we're having issues with is going to be Corbomite. Halley's Comet, 20,000 Enk. Okay, this is a bit worrying. There's actually no real good sources of these. There are very temporary sources in terms of asteroids and comets, but nothing particularly long-term. I think, since we do have that law we talked about that demands that we start doing 3 extraterrestrial mining complexes, we will firstly find some Galisite, because we did just run out of that. And we're probably going to have to go for Swift Tuttle. Now, the easiest way to do this is click Swift Tuttle here, then click Create Colony. And Swift Tuttle will show up here. Now, how many automated mines do we have laying around? 35. Great. Where is Swift Tuttle? It's here. Okay, it's still in the relatively inner system. It's not actually that in the inner system, because I think the inner system is... Yeah, that's the asteroid belt there. But it's roughly Jupiter's orbit, so that's okay. It hasn't run too far off the beaten track. We're going to get our freighters to go Earth. I would like you to load automated mines. Then I'd like you to go to... Swift Tuttle, which is shown because it has a colony now. Unload automated mines. Go back to Earth. Refuel, resupply. Do another 4 times, because you'll take 4. So 4 extra times is 5 times, so that's 4 times 5, that's 20. So you'll take 20 over there. So repeat that. That leaves the issue of an automated mass driver thingy, Bob. So, we're going to grab an automated... a mass driver. We need a mass driver. Where's a mass driver? We need to send the stuff. Mass driver. It's like a mini driver. Just, there we go, load mass driver. And I'm going to say max amount to load 1. So they will only load 1 instead of loading 1 in each. Then I want you to go to Swift Tuttle. Unload. Mass driver. And then come back to Earth, refuel, resupply. How are we doing? May 38. You're looking at May 39. So it's going to be a year until Einstein's built, at which point they're probably going to go straight out system. The Tokyo's finished a jump gate here on jump point 1. So we can now jump out of here without having to use a jump drive. I think we're good. We will make sure that our research is all set up. It is good. Good. We now have 35 research labs, which is an increase of 5 on what we started the game with. We are just under 2 years away from the next election cycle. Next episode, we're going to jump out the jump points. We will find out what is out there. The Einsteins will be the first ships beyond the Sol system. Can't wait to see what's there. It might kill us. For now, though, I've been EnterElysium. If you're liking, you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. And of course, feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know how you think it's going. If you've got any opinions, questions, you know, if you like the format, if you like the fact that I'm able to stream to Twitch and Twitch people can watch, or if, you know, you prefer I did one or the other, let me know. I kind of like the dual capacity thing. It allows me to get some feedback from Twitch if I ever am uncertain about anything. For instance, it's great when I need to be like, what's the name for like? I don't know any. And they suggest a load of them, so I'm kind of enjoying it so far. If you've got any questions as well, do feel free to check out the Discord, the subreddit, the forum, and the wiki, some of which are more out of date than others, for Aurora 4X if you're getting into it. And of course, check out my YouTube videos. Until next time, though, stay shiny.